Meanwhile, how safe are you with a driver that will take you to your destination for the Holy Week trek? Are they well rested? Did they have enough sleep? Do they have a hangover from a drinking session? And finally, did they take drugs before reporting to the terminal? The MMDA, the PNP, and most especially the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency are on the lookout for drug-dependent drivers. Why? To ensure they don't drive and you are safe. And joining us tonight on the line is Mr. Derrick Carreon, Chief of the PIO of the PDEA and their spokesperson. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, many of our people will be traveling by bus for the Holy Week to the provinces. Are you conducting random drug testing for the drivers?
Yes, sir. This is by or based on the request of the Metro Manila Development Authority.
Sir, are you, what kind of tests are being done to ensure that the drivers are actually not taking drugs? And if they are found that they took drugs, what are the penalties?
Okay, sir. First, let us delve on the type of test used. We usually use a screen test kit that uses urine as the main material, sir.
So, based on the operations in the past, how serious is the problem of drug-dependent drivers?
Sir, we have had some reports based on the monitoring of not just the law enforcement agencies, but even reports that were published indicating that some drivers have been actually found using or have been involved in accidents. But, sir, the statistics are with the Philippine National Police Highway Patrol Group. Now, in regard to the incidences of use and other drug offenses among drivers, I could recall at least about 2 months ago when there was an actual report in regard to 2 drivers who were found or involved in actual selling of dangerous drugs, and they were flying the provincial route. So this was what raised the alarm for PDEA, sir.
So, sir, is this being done regularly, or is this just done during the Holy Week or during the holidays?
Well, sir, in regard to this particular drug testing, this was done as in response to the request of the Metro Manila Development Authority in support of the Ligtas Biyahe program of His Excellency, our President, President Benigno Simeon Aquino III. You have made a report about the President himself doing the round. In our case, sir, this was in response to the request, and we would like to clarify, sir, that in fact the mandate for or authorized drug testing is under the mandate of the Department of Health. But in our case, since the request was directly made to us by the Metro Manila Development Authority, we have immediately responded to that request, sir.
So is there close coordination with PDEA and the Department of Health with regards to this? Because we know during these times there's a lot of buses plying the route and a lot of passengers are going on their vacations. How do we really ensure that they will be safe?
Yes, sir. We have, in fact, communicated with the agencies concerned, particularly the Land Transportation Office, the LTFRB, sir, and all other agencies concerned, including those conducting authorized drug testing, sir, so that regular drug testing will be done in coordination with the different organizations or these organizations covering these bus agencies, so are these bus corporations or transport corporations, so that they can actually help police themselves and in the process help reassure the riding public that they will always be safe in the hands of our drivers and conductors.
During this time, sir, that you're doing the drug testing, have you found any drivers that are taking drugs?
Well, in so far as the testing that was done today is concerned, sir, there are no results yet. We will be waiting for our laboratory service to release the results by tomorrow. But in the past, there have been some incidences where a few were found, and the results were referred to their respective companies because I believe, sir, internal policies are also in place so that they can take the necessary interventions to help these drivers or their employees.
So this seems to be a very serious problem, especially if it entails the safety of our passengers. Are the bus companies also being penalized when they are found that drivers are found to be using drugs during these trips and actually selling it also in the terminals?
Well, sir, do remember, sir, that under Republic Act 9165, or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, all sectors are required, including companies, sir, with more 10 employees or more to enforce the drug-free workplace policy. So I believe, sir, that if the companies have their internal policies in place, then that will form part of their interventions, or if any penalties must be made, it will fall under the purview of the company policy, sir. Because users, if let's say for instance any driver or employee tests positive for drugs, users are construed as victims under Republic Act 9165, sir. So interventions should be put in place in order to help them.
So does this also go the same for taxi drivers, for both ship captains, and even pilots?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The same. The same advocacy is being made for all those who operate whatever kind of vehicle, whether it be a land, sea, or air transport vehicle, sir.
Sir, what other programs do you have to ensure that that our passengers going on vacation, not only during Holy Week, but every day, a lot of passengers ride the buses, the taxis, even boats. How do we ensure that this is done strictly?
Well, sir, as I've mentioned, there is close and constant coordination with the different bus transport corporations. In fact, in the past, we have already communicated with the Metro Bus Transport Operators and Drivers Associations. There was also a good response coming from the Southern Luzon Bus Operators Association, where, in fact, sir, we have done regular seminars and advocacy campaigns in order to inform them of the ill effects of dangerous drugs. And then usually it's done along with those seminars. There's a parallel effort to conduct drug testing, and they voluntarily submit. So this is a good program that is worth exploring, although, as I have made mention, sir, the mandate of drug testing should be done in coordination with any Department of Health accredited facilities, because, sir, the mandate of the PDEA Laboratory Service is actually primarily focused on the forensic examination of confiscated pieces of drug evidence and for the arrested persons who are directly violating the anti-drug law, sir.
Sir, as a final word, what is your advice to owners of bus operators, taxis, and even ships and the airplanes? Since solving the problem begins with them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank you very much for mentioning that. In fact, there should be a very proactive stance coming from the operators of different transport organizations, whether it be land, sea, or air, sir, because it will fall under their authority to make sure and to ensure that those operating the different transport systems are always in the right frame of mind or with sound mind. Because just imagine, sir, that they ferry a great number of people every time these people travel under their care, and so there is a very big responsibility on their hands, sir. And this is the advocacy that we're trying to promote in coordination with the other agencies concerned.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us tonight on NewsLife. That was Mr. Derrick Carreon, spokesperson of the PDEA.